Hey everybody, Tom Selleck for the win here with another episode in our beginner series for 7 Days to Die. This time we are going to tackle the Wasteland, and we're going to start off with a cop zombie who I hit but didn't kill. Oop, there we go. Cop zombies. We're going to start off hot. Probably, right there with zombie dogs for scariest thing you deal with in the game. If you don't headshot them and they're about to die, we're not going to take a shotgun shell because we don't have a shotgun right now, and I'm just playing to demonstrate. If I was playing for real, I would keep those. You shoot them, you don't kill them on the first shot, maybe even the second shot, they will come sprinting at you. When they get close, they pop like a zit, and when they pop, green gross stuff goes everywhere, and it hurts you really, really, really bad. So avoid popping cop zombies. They will pop before they get to you. Maybe you run backwards, or if they're a good enough distance away, so you don't have to, they don't, track you down. You have some leeway. Ooh, we want to kill this guy. The last thing we want in the Wasteland is a horde. But cop zombies are excellent to kill. If you can headshot them, it's brilliant. They drop guns or ammunition, as you just saw. Here is our first zombie dog. I heard him coming. So we're going to get close to him to keep anything away from us. And we back away and hit. Actually, I think we might have run into one at night a couple episodes back, as I recall. But we didn't get to actually see the dog very well because it was at night. The way to kill zombie dogs, back away. Not at running speed. Just back away at regular speed. And aim down a little and swing. That's your zombie dog killing technique. So what you'll notice in the Wasteland here, we talked about a potato last episode, there we go. What you'll notice about the Wasteland here is that it's a wasteland. There's not much. A bunch of bombed out buildings. You see a lot of cinder blocks. We talked about cinder blocks a little bit, briefly, I believe last episode, and a little bit in the first episode for their uses. The main thing you want to use cinder blocks for is to make gravel. One cinder block makes 2 gravel. We'll throw that away because we don't need it now. Which you need for making concrete. The preferred building material in this game, if you're going to build from scratch, the strongest thing is reinforced concrete. So you first have to create a rebar frame, and then you upgrade it with any sort of a tool, the stone axe or the repair tool or the nail gun or the claw hammer. You upgrade it with wood, use wood planks for that, and then you fill it with concrete, which is made from, it's the end product of stone and gravel. Oh, that's a nice find, because we're actually a little bit low on food right now. Let's go ahead and stop and eat. So, now that we're in the Wasteland, one thing I would recommend, we're in the central city. If you can stay undetected, that will make your life so much easier. The way to stay undetected: close to buildings, stay low. Oh, I hear a frickin' screamer, spider zombie. Peek out of edges, don't see anybody. Stay out of the open as much as possible. Try not to go up like on that's higher where they can see you. So while we're here are the types of things we're after. We love cars. Cars drop some of the best loot in the game. Chainsaws, augers, gas cans. Every time you see a gas can, you're taking the gas can. Without fail, without exception, you always, always, always want gas cans. Right here we have, I don't know if it's a police station or a city hall or whatever. It's one of the two. You can identify it by the semi-broken down columns in the front of the building. Great place for gun parts. It must be a police station because there's a gun safe and a shooting range. So, try to stay off of those. So we like city halls. They're very handy. Another place that we like to go is we search the car for something interesting. Always search cars. I can't express that enough. Brass car radiator. The only thing you use those for is to break them down for brass to make bullet casings later. These buildings are so-so. There's only a half dozen maybe building types that you really run into. Probably a few more than that. These buildings have safes, as you can see. But getting to them, you have to always beat away this wall of rock. This is called a desk safe. They take a little time to open. Desk safes usually have weapons parts, it seems like. Perhaps occasionally some other semi-rare stuff, but mostly gun parts. Books, if you have learning to do. You can see some ammo for the purpose of what I'm doing with you guys. Oh, airdrop's coming over. We're going to ignore that. We're not at this point. We're getting close to wrapping the series up, so there's nothing in there we have to have. Alright, so here's another type of building that we're interested in. This is one of the apartment buildings. I talked about that briefly last episode in terms of how to handle them. There's two ways into apartment buildings. Oh shit. That's a spider zombie. Please don't see me. Okay. Two ways in. Way 1, front door. Way 2... I should have been collecting some cinder blocks. I don't want to give up my wood frames to do this, so we're going to find some cinder blocks. Here's your front door. Here's the problem with the front door method. It makes a lot of noise. And it's easier for the zombies to get in. So let's do the cinder block method. Hopefully 7's enough. If not, we'll grab more. We have a window. I know we've talked about elevators before. No better time to build an elevator than right now. In we go. Get rid of the elevator, and we're in the apartment building. I still recommend crouching in apartment buildings. Don't attract noise, or make any more noise than you humanly, possibly, whateverly have to. For a new player that's looting, another recommendation I would make. Get yourself out of the first apartment first thing. Don't be tempted by looting. We have nobody on us. We're still undetected. We're not going to mess around with the first floor at all. Actually, what the hell? Let's just beat away the first floor stairs. So here's what we're going to do. It's a little tedious to watch. I apologize for that in advance. But I think it's important to give you the full demo of how to handle this. There we go. We already discussed this previously, but just to be clear, what we're doing is we're going to make it hard for zombies to get to us. We're going to use wood frames to get up there, and then we're going to pull those wood frames up so that they have no way in. Now, zombies can, believe it or not, they can beat so much on the foundation of a building to cave it in. That can be a concern in apartments because you're in them for a long time. To completely clean this building out is a minimum 15-20 minutes of real time if you want to be OCD about it and get all the good stuff. Get rid of these blocks, they're just adobe so they go quick. Ooh, maybe they're not on this floor. This might actually be stone or concrete of some kind. They are. And my stamina's low. Yeah, it's a straight stone. Alright, so we're just actually going to jump up now. Slowly but surely here. If I had any stamina, this would be going much faster. I wish that I had found more coffee beans, so I could have made more coffee for this run. Also, for whatever it's worth, beer. It does the same thing that coffee does. It reduces some other stuff that coffee doesn't, but beer will make you run. So the bathrooms are always unlocked in here. We always want to go into bathrooms. We always want to check medicine cabinets. We might find antibiotics, other stuff. Cooking pot. And then here's the other thing we want to do. Kitchen. All these cupboards, each one. There we go. Rations are very common. Food is very common. You're going to find a ton of empty jars. You're going to find more water than you know what to do with. It's a good place to find coffee beans. This is actually one of the better kitchens I've been in a long time. They don't usually have this much stuff. Usually it takes like 4 kitchens to find this much stuff. I'm running hot. And then always check the top of the fridge. There we go. So this place has been effectively looted. Nope, that's not true. Is this one that has... I can't tell if that's a bedroom or not. I think that the bedrooms have almost nothing ever. Yeah, they'll have a dresser, but there's not much in there. Here's a little top tip for you. Beat away the top. I can't reach. Usually you can reach. We're not going to bother for this. One of these buildings... Whoops. I'm stuck. There we go. Okay, the end ones are identical. Let's go ahead and get in here quick. There's 4 apartments per floor. Here's the one I was looking. Okay, so the bathrooms will oftentimes have this. You can actually reach everything from the door when you have that. These, this particular apartment style, they look different from the other one, as you can tell. This room is usually boarded. It's always worth going in. Desks very, very often, not today, have ammunition in them. So we like searching desks. File cabinets are less exciting. The desks we like. So that's how you do an apartment. There's 5 or 6 floors. Just keep going up. Sometimes they're open, sometimes they're not. Beat away. Tons of food. Great place to be. An incredibly important part of your visit to the Wasteland. Whoops. I got a little backwards there. Oh, we are down. Okay. Oh, we don't want to go out the front door, though. Never mind. Concrete block down. Oh. Wrong kind of concrete block. I don't know why they have 2 different heights. It's weird. Let's go out from whence we came. We're going to try to find ourselves a couple other important building types. Oop, shit. And we're hunted. Those buildings have a cooler in them, and that's usually about it. Sometimes a safe. This type of building, it can be worth going through. You're not going to find anything too rare. These I avoid entirely. Oh, I have a dog. Dang it. See, dogs are... People say glitchy. I don't know if they're glitchy. They're just all over the place. They can be really tough to hit. They kind of jump. So, that's one of the reasons dogs are so hated. Alright, gas station. This is another biggie, man. This is one that one of the big ones to get to. I can't tell you enough. I know I've said it several times. Cars. We never, ever, ever, ever want to miss a car. We get every car that we can. I know we ran into oil barrels in a previous episode in a barn. Gas stations will have as many as 4 or 5 oil barrels. Get all of them. Don't leave any oil barrels behind. We're leaving them behind for purposes of inventory space, and we're not going to use them. As previously discussed, garage doors, almost always the easiest way in. There's always a barrel of oil in the garages. Be careful. There's oftentimes spikes in these pits. We like to search coolers. Coolers oftentimes have food. Go out the back. For some reason, you'll find sleeping bag and a campfire in the back of a gas station. So just know that if you ever need a campfire, you can always count on there being one here. It's not a great place to hang out and cook, but you know. There's 2 or 3 barrels back here usually. Don't miss the one behind the gas pump. There is... Oh, not... Most gas stations have a ladder to the roof. Usually worth getting. You see this a lot too, with the spikes underneath the door. So be careful there if you would. We're going to go into the main part of the gas station. This episode might run a little bit longer than many of the other episodes I've done, simply because there's so much to do in the Wasteland. Beverage coolers. This is a fairly new addition. Beer. Beer gives you wings. Find beer and water in those. This is a bathroom on this side, I believe, and on this side, they might both be bathrooms. They oftentimes have suitcases in them. Suitcases are really nice. Or I think they call them baggage in the game. Oh, maybe not. Baggage is good. If you can find baggage, baggage often has good stuff, so it's definitely worth going into those rooms. And then this gas station doesn't have an office. If they either have an office or a garage, this one has a garage. Offices, they oftentimes have beverage coolers. It's probably worth going into those. So, there's a gas station run. We'll keep walking here. I should mention, now might be a good time. Let me hide. I'm getting a little cavalier. We are in the main hub city of the game. If you look at the map, and you look up here at your current location, the coordinates, There's always a city at 0 west, or 0, 0 for the coordinates to switch to north, south, east, west. But 0, 0 is the center of the entire map. It's what we call the hub city. It's a huge city. It has everything. And that's where we are. You can find cities like this not in the hub. You don't have to be in a hub to get to them. But here's another gas station. Shit. Not only have I been spotted, I've been spotted by a spider zombie. Please don't bring a horde. Please don't bring a horde. Things are about to get a little froggy. There's probably not a lot I can do about it except run out of the wasteland and reset. We're not going to do that because we've got, we're trying to make a video here. But the smart money would be on doing that. Okay, we are at, I believe, a tool shop, which we're going to do our damnedest to try to handle without dying. There's also a front door. I don't know that there's a better or worse way into one of these places. It's not a great situation altogether right now because we're hunted. There he's coming. We're gonna just do the quick and dirty here. Come on. Alright, so, tool stores. Look at all these crates. Always a wall safe. The way you handle a crate is you axe it first. You can hear those hornets overhead. And now we've broken into the crate. We can open it up. Nail guns. Fire axes. You always find hard metal doors. You always find wood frames. Oh, we ditched them. You find wood frames. You'll find rebar frames. You'll find augers. You'll find chainsaws. You'll find gas. Hardware stores. Oh, we're going to get found again. Hardware stores. Single best place in all of everywhere. You can't do better than a hardware store. You really can't. We're about to be trapped in here. We're going to have guys coming in the door and we're going to be totally screwed. Come on. I should have broke out my axe to beat the wood part of the store up. Yeah, I'm tired. You know what? We can buy ourselves a little time if they come in this back door. Here's another reason you can carry wood frames. Top tip for you. Actually. Oh no, are we out of wood? Oh, we are. Shit. There, we bought ourselves lots of time. Glad I thought of that. Oops. Wrong tool. So basically, we just made it really hard for them to get to us back here. They can come in the front much easier. You can see the windows. And that's probably what I should have done, is come in the front. So here we have lots more cases. I'll try another one. Maybe we'll get lucky and find a chainsaw, which we can use as a weapon. Chainsaws are great for melee weapons. The problem is, and they don't have durability. Nuts. See, there's crates all over in here. There's always one in this corner. Ooh, that one's already open. There's also a door right here that's worth going. Oh, yeah, almost let me in. That's a bathroom. There's always a crate up there as well. Don't forget this crate. Have another metal door, more tools. So don't forget that. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna grab ourselves a couple beers. Lots of beer. Now we have stamina. Let's take a quick minute and eat. Because we're gonna get pounced on the minute we walk outside, I do believe. Got way too much stuff here. Here's something we haven't actually discussed, I don't believe. I'll go ahead and just take a learning moment here. Broken legs, sprained legs. If you fall from a great height, you may break or sprain your leg. In doing so, it slows your movement rate down. Eventually those heal. But while they're healing, if you search splint and use a stick and some cloth, you take a splint, you put it down here, and you just wear it. And let me put it on even though I don't need it. And that will get you, instead of losing like 80% of your movement speed, I believe is the number, you end up only losing 20% if you use a splint like I did. So, potato seeds. This is what you should be doing with potatoes. So you can plant them. We're gonna ditch them because we don't need them. So, let's drink a beer. I believe beer hurts your... I can't remember what it hurts. Maybe your health. Oh, look. Stamina, hydration. Huh, I thought it hurt something, but apparently not. Out we go. Ooh, cop zombie. Run away. Okay, what direction do we want to go here to try to find other stuff? We want to go east. Another gas station. That looks like a movie theater across the way with that red awning. No use for going in movie theaters, in my opinion. They have very little stuff. They're super dangerous. Easy to get caught. There's lots of hallways, so it's easy to get cornered. There's another... Is that where we just came from? It's not. Ooh, we accidentally hit escape. Alright, so what we have here... I can't tell. Is that a Shotgun Messiah? Sure it is. Shotgun Messiahs. Same thing as tool stores except for guns. They have the crates. You can... it's going to break glass so you could see one. They have crates in them. Just like the tool stores do. So that's a handy piece of knowledge. We like Shotgun Messiahs. So the crates, what do they contain? Sometimes completed weapons, more often weapon parts. If you're going to want to get sniper parts and SMG parts, you're going to need to go into Shotgun Messiahs. That's all there is to it. The other two kinds of stores that are worth checking out, there's a pharmacy. Those are kind of a little bit bunk right now. I think those will be better at some point. I hope. It sounds like they're shooting for Alpha 11 to come out at the end of February. When they do that, of course, especially if you're playing on a server, a multiplayer server, it's going to wipe the server. But there's going to be a lot of different upgrades, so that's coming. There's rumors of scooters, amongst other things. The other building is there's something called Born and Noble, which I think we may have just found. Yeah, Born and Noble, which is, as you might guess, a bookstore. These things are packed to the gills with bookshelves all over the place. Very rarely do you find rare stuff in there. You might, schematics and whatnot, but it's a great place to just go and get your basic books if you don't have them. So, you know what? I think... What do we find here? Another Shotgun Messiah. Ooh, it might be the same one. Kill the dog. We're just running around aimlessly now. I'm going to leave this place. There's nothing else here for me to show you. I think we discussed these iron piles earlier. You can break those up with a pickaxe. It's a nice source of iron. It's also a dangerous as hell source of iron. I would go and mine for iron if I were you. I would not recommend that. There is one other thing, and I haven't seen one yet. I'd like to take you into one. They have pits. There might have been one right behind this building. If you find a pit, basically by pit, I mean huge hole in the ground. If you find a huge hole in the ground... Ooh, parking garages are nice. Parking garages have cars. One or two of them in every garage. They're worth going to. Yeah, we're not going to see a pit. Parking garages are nice for cars. If you run into a big hole in the ground, go down to the bottom of it, look around. There's a cutout in the hole. They always have safes. This is the... gun safes, I should say. This is the outside of the Wasteland. This isn't the kind of pit I'm talking about. They're much deeper. This is what the outside of the Wasteland looks like. It's ugly. It's not fun. Basically just cinder blocks, rebar, trees, and water. Broken down cars. You can beat those apart with a pickaxe or scrap iron. I don't recommend it. They don't drop enough for the amount of effort. It's not really worth it. So, alright, I'm going to end things here. We're going to come back. We have one or maybe two episodes left. There's another kind of a pseudo-wasteland that if I can find one, I might just do a real short video on. There's not a whole lot to look at there, but I'd like to at least show it to you guys and talk about it briefly. And then, of course, we're going to do the desert as previously promised. If I can find one. Let's see if we can find. I had to run a hell of a long way to find this. Our last episode occurred... I ran through a wasteland that didn't have a city. Here's our last episode. I ran all the way down here off camera to find this. But we'll find a desert. We'll go west. Go west, young man. That's where the desert is, right? West? We're going to go west. We're going to find a desert. But until then, please give this video a like if you liked it. Please give the video a like if you didn't like it. I don't care one way or the other, I just want the like. I also want your subscriptions. I want your comments. I want your follows on Twitter. I want your follows on Twitch. All that stuff's in the description below, so give it a shot. I would appreciate it greatly. This has been Tom Selleck for the win! Signing off until next time.